Good evening. I would like to call the January 22nd Ports Police Commission meeting to order. Chief, would you lead us into a moment of silence and followed by the pledge, please?
Yep. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept the minutes of the December 18th Police Commission meeting.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next on the agenda is the public comment session, and Commissioner Howe has his trusty egg timer, and he will hold up a sign when 30 seconds are remaining, and then he will flip it over and let you know when you're finished. Is there anybody in the public that would like to come and speak to the commission? Anybody out in the public that would like to come and speak to the commission? Seeing no one here, I'm going to call the public meeting closed. Under new business, we have, looks like, election of officers.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to move that for the 2014 year, I move Commissioner Gollum as chairman and Commissioner Kavanaugh as clerk.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. And I appreciate your kind thoughts, and I will do my best as chair.
I'll do my best at clerk.
Congratulations.
Thank
And
you.
I'll do my best relaxing.
Okay.
But if I can help either of you in any way, I'm more than willing to.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Chief, should I turn it over to you or stay on? Yes, I know. I just wanted to make sure. We're going to stay on track if that's all right with you.
Whatever you want to do, Commissioner,
Okay.
you're the chairman.
I will turn it over to Commissioner Howe.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to move that Sergeant Aaron Goodwin be put on permanent status as a sergeant based on his performance and conduct in the department during his probationary period.
Do I have a second? I will second that for the reasons stated. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.
Those opposed.
And I'm sorry, before I close it, opposed?
Nay.
Okay, we have 2 in the affirmative and 1 in nay. So the affirmatives,
The motion
the
carries.
motion carries 2-1. Thank you.
My turn?
Your turn.
All right. Commissioner Howe, could I have the
The warrant?
warrant, please? Not a warrant for arrest, but the warrant to get sworn.
Oh, I thought you were going to get Commissioner Gollum.
Yeah. If I could have Eric Kranz and his family come up to the podium here, I'll meet you down there. Commission, if I'd like to take the opportunity to swear in one of our new officers. His name is Eric Kranz. Before I start, though, I just want to have a couple comments. I don't know, Eric, when we hire officers, and I have conversations with them, one of the first things I tell them is that, when you come into the agency and to the department, depending on what you want to do with your career is entirely up to you. When you walk through the front door, the people to your left and the people to your right, you're basically in competition with for things that you want to do. And so your performances will be judged every day throughout your career and how you work. But equally, you're in competition with the bad people in the public. You're coming into a city that puts a lot of demands on its officers to protect the people that live here, the people that work here, the people that come visit here. And I hope that you bring to bear the tenacity in your work product that you're bringing from Rochester PD here to Portsmouth PD to help out our community, to ensure a safe environment for everybody here. So with that, I'd like to swear you in. So if I can get you to raise your right hand. To Eric Kranz, by virtue of the authority vested and thus by RSA 105C4 and the City Charter Amendment E, the Police Commission in the City of Portsmouth, trusting in your integrity and your fidelity, do hereby constitute and appoint you a police officer, constable, night watchman of said City of Portsmouth, with all the power and authority and subject to all the duties and liabilities provided to you by the law. Repeat after me. I, Eric Kranz,
I, Eric Kranz,
the above named appointee,
the above named appointee,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully
that I will faithfully
and impartially
and impartially
discharge and perform
discharge and perform
all duties incumbent upon me
all duties incumbent upon me
as a police officer,
as a police officer,
constable,
constable,
and night watchman
and night watchman
of said City of Portsmouth,
of said City of Portsmouth,
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability,
agreeable to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
agreeable to the rules and regulations of the Constitution
and the laws of the State of New Hampshire.
and the laws of the State of New Hampshire.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. First thing, I need you to sign right there. And Commissioner Howe will notarize it for us,
Eric, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
and we'll get you your badge here in a second.
It is now official.
Thank you, Commissioner Howe.
Thank you.
Now, who would you like to have the pin your badge on for the first time?
My girlfriend Lauren.
Here you go, Lauren. Don't step. There you go. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
No, I got something under my...
That's it for the interesting part of the meeting. You folks don't have to stick around for the boring stuff if you don't want to. I'll turn it back over to you, Commissioner, if that's okay.
Thank you, Chief. I think we're back to grants and donations.
I'd like to make a motion to accept a grant in the amount of $833.33 from the Police Standards and Training Council for Captain Warhol to attend Leadership Seacoast, which runs from January through June of 2014.
I second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I'd like to make another motion to accept a donation in the amount of $500 from Newburyport 5-cent Saving Bank.
Second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I would actually turn it over to Karen to give you some basics on the financials and how we're doing this fiscal year so far.
We're 50% through the fiscal year. Our expenses are tracking at 49%. That's only 1% below the cap, but we did have special details, longevity pays paid out in December, so that kind of elevated our percentage for that month.
And that goes down over time?
It should start creeping back down over the next couple of months. So in terms of that, we did finish up our projection through the end of June, and we are going to have a surplus pending anything event happening. We should be
Cross
able
our fingers as a commission.
cross your fingers and knock on wood, yes. We should have a small surplus by the end of the year. I mean, we did everything kind of generously so that we could make sure that we were going to have enough money. Can I just say a couple other things? Our fifth vehicle came in today. So that should be ready probably in the next 2 weeks, so all 5 of the new cruisers will be out.
These are SUVs, aren't they?
The
Karen?
SUVs, yep,
Right.
yep.
The
I saw
Ford
one today.
Explorer?
Yeah, yep. So I think there's what, two out?
There's 2 out right now.
Out right
Yep.
now. And so we should have all of them out within the next couple of weeks. And then I just wanted to give a range update, our shooting range. We are the vendor that has been doing all the remodeling, he's actually negotiating with the contractor that did all the acoustic work back in 2006. So he's coming tomorrow, and we should be able to start the reconstruction probably within a week or two at the latest. So that'll start cutting down some of our overtime and whatnot of having to go to other locations to do
How
our...
long do you think the reconstruction will take? Do you know?
Well, there's multiple vendors involved. They haven't given me an estimate on time, but once they do, I can report that back to you. And then also, I don't know if you're aware that the city has hired a firm to come in and do an evaluation of the whole City Hall complex, the mechanicals, the walls, the interior, exterior, and they're going to be coming into the police department tomorrow morning. That'll kind of go hand in hand with our space needs study. So the council and you will be able to probably be able to make a good recommendation once all that information's together of whether we remodel or we try and go for a new building. So, and other than that, I think that's it.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Yep.
Just off the note she made about unintended events that might happen between now and the end of the year. We always run into cases that that happen that cost us a lot of money, and so that buffer is built in for us for that specific reason. I was just at a meeting today where there was a police chief. He was talking about a shooting that occurred in his town last month, and that shooting cost our agency about $19,000 in expenses. So we could have something like that.
Most of that overtime and...
Most of that's overtime, yes, because, you have not only the initial call when you go out, but also the expenses of the follow-up, because when you have a significant event like that, there's a lot of people to be interviewed, there's a lot of evidence to be processed. And let's face it, we're not in the business of predictability. We can't really predict when the president is going to come to town. We can't really predict when someone's going to, kill somebody. So that's those kind of unintended expenses that could happen. So I know Karen's watching the money really tight, but you never know what's going to
I was
happen.
going to say day by day now.
Yep. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief.
Sure.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that we accept the division and team reports that are in our folder and put one copy on file.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Is there anything else to come before the commission? I just want to say for everybody out there, the next Police Commission meeting is February 19th, right here. And it starts at the same time, 6 o'clock. If there's no other further business, I will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.